On October 8, the Bharatiya Janata Party achieved its first electoral victory in Jammu and Kashmir as Darshan Kumar won the Basoli constituency, defeating Congress candidate Chaudhry Lal Singh. Kumar received 31,874 votes while Singh garnered 15,840. This marks the BJP's third consecutive win in the Basoli seat following previous success in 2008 and 2004. The BJP's Jammu and Kashmir unit congratulated Kumar, highlighting the significance of his victory for the party in the region. The announcement was shared on X, formerly Twitter, celebrating Kumar's election as a member of the Legislative Assembly.
जी, मैं आपके सभी जितने भी व्यूअर्स हैं, फॉलोअर हैं, उनको सबको मेरी तरफ से नमस्कार। मैं सबसे पहले हमारे बसोली के युवा, हमारी मातृशक्ति।
In anticipation to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Kasarwadali on October 5th, the Navi Mumbai police have imposed a complete ban on heavy vehicles entering Thane from midnight Friday to midnight Saturday. This decision aims to prevent traffic congestion during the Navaratri festival. Alternative routes have been designated for heavy vehicles bound for Nashik and Gujarat, directing them via JNPT junction and other specific paths. Essential goods will be exempt from the ban. Checkpoints will be set up at various locations to enforce the restriction. The authorities are committed to managing traffic effectively during this busy period of ensure a smooth visit for the Prime Minister. And now it's time for some international news. Ismail Qani, commander of Iran's IRGC Quds force, has reportedly gone missing following Israeli airstrikes in Beirut's Dahieh, which targeted high-profile Hezbollah figures. His presence in the area during the strikes had led to speculation about his injury or death. While some Lebanese sources claim he may have died, the IDF has not confirmed this. Additionally, there are theories that he could be under the surveillance due to fears of Israeli operations or even executed by Iranian authorities over alleged Mossad collaboration. His absence was notably mentioned during a recent prayer led by Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, highlighting tensions within Iranian military circles. Qani's potential loss could significantly impact Iran's military strategy and its relationship with Hezbollah as the situation continues to evolve. The 2024 Nobel Prize in Medicine have been awarded to American biologists Victor Ambros and Gary Ruvkun for their groundbreaking discovery of microRNA and its role in regulating gene expression post-transcription. Their research has transformed our understanding of gene regulation, allowing cells to activate only necessary genes despite sharing the same genetic material. The identification of over 1,000 microRNAs in the human genome highlights the complexities of gene regulation, influencing various biological pathways and contributing to cellular diversity. This discovery has significant implications for developmental biology, oncology, and regenerative medicine, paving the way for innovative therapeutic strategies. Overall, their work underscores the critical role of microRNA in cellular function and organismal development, setting the stage for future medical advancements. The recent meeting between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Maldivian President Mohammad Muizzu marks a significant turning point in India-Maldives diplomatic relations, emphasizing a renewed commitment to collaboration after months of tension. Despite Muizzu's pro-China stance raising concerns for India, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri highlighted the enduring friendship between the nations. Key outcomes of the meeting included a currency swap arrangements worth $400 million to bolster the Maldive economy and a focus on joint projects in areas like tourism, healthcare, and climate resilience. President Muizzu reaffirmed India's role as a valued partner, indicating a balanced approach to foreign policy. This evolving partnership aims to enhance regional stability and mutual interest amid a complex geopolitical landscape.
मीडिया के हमारे साथी सबको नमस्कार। सबसे पहले मैं राष्ट्रपति मुइज़्ज़ू और उनके प्रतिनिधि मंडल का हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। भारत और मालदीव के संबंध सदियों पुराने हैं और भारत मालदीव का सबसे करीबी पड़ोसी और घनिष्ठ मित्र देश है। हमारी नेबरहुड फर्स्ट पॉलिसी और सागर विजन ने मालदीव का महत्वपूर्ण स्थान है इन दोनों में। भारत ने सदैव मालदीव के लिए फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्डर की भूमिका निभाई है, चाहे मालदीव के लोगों के लिए एसेंशियल कमोडिटीज की जरूरत पूरा करना हो, प्राकृतिक आपदा के समय पीने का पानी उपलब्ध कराना हो कोविड के समय वैक्सीन देने की बात हो, भारत ने हमेशा अपने पड़ोसी होने के दायित्व को निभाया है और आज हमने आपसी सहयोग को स्ट्रेटेजिक दिशा देने के लिए कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक और मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी पार्टनरशिप विजन अपनाया है। फ्रेंड्स, डेवलपमेंट पार्टनरशिप हमारे संबंधों का अहम स्तंभ है और हमने इसमें हमेशा मालदीव के लोगों की प्राथमिकताओं को प्रमुखता दी है। इस वर्ष एसबीआई ने मालदीव के $100 मिलियन के ट्रेजरी बिल्स का रोल ओवर किया है। आज मालदीव की आवश्यकता अनुसार $400 मिलियन और 3,000 करोड़ रुपए का करेंसी स्वैप समझौता भी संपन्न हुआ है। हमने मालदीव में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर विकास के लिए व्यापक सहयोग पर बात की है। आज हमने पुनर्विकसित हनीमाधु एयरपोर्ट का उद्घाटन किया है। अब ग्रेटर माले कनेक्टिविटी प्रोजेक्ट में भी तेजी लाई जाएगी। थिलाफुशी में नए कमर्शियल पोर्ट के विकास में भी सहयोग दिया जाएगा। आज भारत के सहयोग से बनाए गए 700 से अधिक सोशल हाउसिंग यूनिट्स हैंडओवर किए गए हैं। मालदीव के 28 आइलैंड्स पर पानी और सीवरेज प्रोजेक्ट्स पूरे किए गए हैं। 6 अन्य आइलैंड पर भी शीघ्र काम पूरा किया जाएगा। ये प्रोजेक्ट 30,000 लोगों को साफ पानी की सप्लाई सुनिश्चित करेंगे। हा दालू में एग्रीकल्चर इकोनॉमिक जोन और हा आलिफू में फर्स्ट प्रोसेसिंग फैसिलिटी स्थापित करने में भी सहयोग दिया जाएगा। ओशिनोग्राफी और ब्लू इकोनॉमी में भी हम साथ मिलकर काम करेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, आर्थिक संबंधों को मजबूत करने के लिए हमने फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट पर चर्चा शुरू करने का निर्णय लिया। लोकल करेंसी में ट्रेड सेटलमेंट पर भी काम किया जाएगा। हमने डिजिटल कनेक्टिविटी पर भी फोकस किया है। कुछ दिन पहले मालदीव में रुपे कार्ड लॉन्च किया गया है। आने वाले समय में भारत और मालदीव को यूपीआई से भी जोड़ने के लिए काम किया जाएगा। अड्डू में नया भारतीय कॉन्सुलेट और बेंगलुरु में मालदीव का नया कॉन्सुलेट खोलने पर भी हमने बात की है। इन सभी पहलों से हमारे पीपल टू पीपल संबंधों को बल मिलेगा। फ्रेंड्स, हमने रक्षा और सुरक्षा सहयोग के विभिन्न पहलुओं पर विस्तार से चर्चा की। एकता हार्बर प्रोजेक्ट में काम तेजी से चल रहा है। हम मालदीव नेशनल डिफेंस फोर्सेस की ट्रेनिंग और कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग में अपना सहयोग जारी रखेंगे। इंडियन ओशन रीजन में स्थिरता और समृद्धि के लिए हम मिलकर काम करेंगे। हाइड्रोग्राफी और डिजास्टर रिस्पांस में सहयोग बढ़ाया जाएगा। कोलंबो सिक्योरिटी कॉन्क्लेव में फाउंडिंग मेंबर के रूप में जुड़ने के लिए मालदीव का स्वागत है। क्लाइमेट चेंज हम दोनों देशों के लिए बड़ी चुनौती है। इस संबंध में सोलर और एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी में भारत अपने अनुभव
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who married in 2018 and have 2 children, are reportedly undergoing a trial separation. Recent reports indicate that Harry chose to spend his 40th birthday on a hiking trip with friends instead of with Meghan, signaling growing distance between them. Sources claim that they have been drifting apart due to Harry's desire to return to the UK and his frustration with their ventures in Hollywood, which he feels have led to ridicule. Their different lifestyles, Harry's longing for a more traditional English life and Meghan's focus on wellness-oriented lifestyles in LA, are contributing to this separation. Additionally, Harry is reportedly finding comfort in his independence, realizing he doesn't need Meghan as much as before. As public displays of affection between them have been perceived as contrived, speculation about the strain in their relationship continues to grow. Durga Puja made its historic debut at Times Square in New York, attracting a large crowd of Indian Americans to celebrate the festival. Organized by the Bengali Club USA, the two-day event began with traditional Navami Puja and Durga Stotras, followed by Navami Puja Anjali and farewell during Dashami Puja. The festivities include the iconic Shidur Khela, where married women applied vermilion to each other, captivating onlookers. The celebration concluded with a Bollywood dance musical, generating a significant buzz on social media. Many users praised the event for bringing Bengali culture to the forefront in New York, highlighting its importance for the Indian diaspora and showcasing India's soft power on a global stage. On October 5th, a 4.5 magnitude earthquake struck Iran's Semnan province near a nuclear power plant, raising suspicions that it could be linked to a nuclear test amid escalating tensions with Israel. While Iranian officials have not confirmed or denied this speculation, some analysts and social media users have suggested that the tremors might indicate an underground nuclear weapon test similar to past events in North Korea. The West has long accused Iran of pursuing a military nuclear program. Meanwhile, the conflict between Iran and Israel intensified after the Hamas attack on October 7th, prompting Israeli airstrikes in Lebanon and retaliation from Hezbollah. The situation has led to significant casualties and destruction in Gaza, with reports of 42,000 Palestinians killed and widespread displacement. Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu, accompanied by First Lady Sajida Mohammad, visited the Taj Mahal in Agra on October 8 during his 5-day state visit to India. Marveling at the monument's beauty, Muizzu noted that its intricate design is a testament to love and architectural excellence. The visit included temporary closure of the Taj Mahal for 2 hours for the dignitaries. Earlier, Muizzu met with Indian leaders, including President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, to discuss strengthening bilateral relations and thanked India for its financial assistance. The two nations agreed to collaborate on several infrastructure projects, including the development of a commercial port and enhancement of airport facilities in the Maldives. That's all for today. Stay connected for more updates. Thank you.
This area is for This area is for